Now we're live. There we go. Wasn't like live to begin with, but now we are. Kind of forget that you got to click the go live, which I already did. So, but there we are. Now we're live. So, hello interwebs. Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. I could always do this real quick. And then come back to this and say hi again. There we go. You know, why not, right? Anyway, again, I'm using the microphone down here on the table. JPC Guy 89, what is up? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. You are the first official person in here, so how do you do? Yeah, so yeah, I got some packages. You can see some scribbling right there. I got some packages in from Microswiss today and from Polymaker. Polymaker yesterday, I got those 6 right there. Cunningham Customs, good to see you. Networking Guy, good to see you. But yeah, so I got the 6 rolls of Polymaker yesterday, and today I got a bigger box from Polymaker and the box from Microswiss for the parts for the 3D printing rehab project. So, not it. Nope, Thorpe, you're not it. You weren't the first one in. Making your first helmet right now? Sweet. I just printed 2 helmets, but they're not for humans. I printed 2 of the Cat Batman helmets, or the Catman helmets, for my cats. So I printed 2 of those. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, good sir. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I know in talking to Chris, he said he had a lot of fun hanging out with you. He said you were awesome for to go along for the ride, so that's cool. He's definitely an odd duck, but I love the guy. He's a good dude. Yep. So I'm glad you made it to your first Murph. I hope you had a lot of fun because Chris got the chance to do like I did with him his first year there, which was take you around and introduce you to people in the community that you wouldn't normally maybe feel comfortable walking up to and talking to, like Mr. Prentice. Sam is an awesome dude. Sam is Sam is always kind of like joking that he's the other Sam in my life because my wife's name is Sam as well. So always kind of the joke that he always jokes that he is the better Sam. So yeah, but I know for the few of you that are here, I think we should just say the hell with it and rip into the boxes. What do you think? Should we just get into the boxes and see what all else showed up? I know that the little box is pretty important because that's the Microswiss stuff, so we'll get to see what Microswiss sent for this and the Ender 3s that are behind me, so we'll get to see what they sent out that it's part of their scratch and dent B stock stuff. So that'll be pretty cool to see what they sent out. Lies. You're right, Thorpe. It's lies. Do it. See? No one introduced me to the community, or to the community. Prusa just kind of threw me into it. Yeah, well, that was kind of your fault, man. You kind of took the back way into getting into the community. You got to get in with the community, like with like the public figures, and then let us push you out there. I actually quite enjoyed my first ever Murph was the one right after COVID, so 4 years ago. Sam is the best Sam. You're right, Thorpe. She is. My Sam is the best Sam. She is the most amazing Sam in the world, and I'll never say otherwise. Sam Prentice is just, he's the other Sam. But my first Murph was right after COVID. It was 4 years ago, and it was great because I had already been doing the streaming and stuff and had already kind of, put myself out there. So when I went to the first one, meeting with Joel and everybody was just, they all knew who I was when I got there. So it was just like, hey, And then being able to bring my friends that watch the videos but don't really partake in the streaming side of things, but they like watching other videos, taking them there and introducing them to people, and they're like, this guy knows you. I'm like, yeah, these people know me, man. This is my group. These are my people, you know. You had next to no involvement in printing community till Prusa mentioned you in a tweet. And then people like Joel started to talk a lot more and publicly. Yeah. Who? What's going on, Lee Marie 3D? How you doing? Is it Mr. or Mrs. or both of you together right now? I'm just curious as to what part of the Lee Marie 3D it be. Yeah, I'm streaming early today. I took a vacation day from work because, again, I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. I can't afford to go to work, so I have to get paid to stay home from work. So if you guys want PayPal, Venmo, Cash App down below, feel free to drop some. I'll take it. I'll use it. Put gas in the tank, and Mama will be happy. I possibly have to take a road trip tomorrow. It sounds like I do. I feel bad because I really want to be able to help an individual in the community out tomorrow, but due to how uncomfortable I am about my home, and my daughters are all home, and 11 cats and 3 dogs, I feel like a total asshole for not being able to offer up a place to stay for a night. So you feel that viscerally? Big words. JP, big words. Things are so tight right now. Yes, they are. That's why I'm thankful that Polymaker and Microswiss hopped on board to help out with my stupid idea that's been working. Hopefully going to work out very well here. Like I said, we got some upgrade parts for that from Microswiss that we'll get thrown on there, and then we'll work on getting it printing, doing stuff, and if all goes well, hopefully in the next week or so, we'll have it ready to go off to someone in need, and then we'll either get that to them before we start the next project, or it'll be here ready to go, and when someone comes into the picture, we'll get it to them, and we'll work on the next one. But I think we should get into the Polymaker box. What do you guys think? Should I switch to the big view, go up here, and then get the Polymaker box? It's probably going to be better if I actually stick with the other one, because it'll be easier for you guys to kind of see stuff. So if I go back here, and put the box here, and dig into it. It says heavy on the box. The poor mail lady, when she came today, oh, I feel so sorry for her. DHL delivery. Who's sending me something DHL? Let me see what's coming, supposed to come. Oh, the Raspberry Pi Foundation is sending out their stuff. Should be here Monday. Sweet! So for those who don't know, I reached out to Raspberry Pi at the referral of the networking guy, said reach out to them. They like education and tinkerers. Reach out to them and ask them about some product. And I was thinking Raspberry Pi Picos because obviously I have a better hookup with Libre and Libre boards. So we use Libre boards for that stuff. But Raspberry Pi is sending me out some Pico Ws. So I'm going to have some for the school, for the STEM classes, as well as for me for dumb projects here at home. So that's pretty sweet. Anyway, back to what's in the box. I have a pretty good idea of what's in here because it's the rest of what I already ordered. So I already pretty much know. But we've got a roll of red, a roll of green. These are just Polylite PLAs. So it is just the green. This is just the red. I'm going to put these in some kind of order because we're going to put them up when we're done. Here's another roll of red. Here's a roll of purple. Purple. Put the purple up there now. What else we got? Another roll of green. The roll of green. Another roll of green. There's my 3 rolls of green. I ordered 3 of every color that I ordered. So, you know there's going to be 3 reds. There's the reds, there's the greens. Let's pull both of these out. These are the white. There's 2 white so far. And then we've got a purple and a white. There's another purple. There's the last of the white, which means this should be the last purple. The last purple. Hey, this time there's no random note in here that's for the wrong person. No happy birthday note to the wrong person. But yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me pretty good with this microphone. Just saw the notification. Good, brother, because it just went out a little bit ago. I did not open the stuff from Microswiss yet. We just did the filaments first. I'm going to go stack these behind, and then we'll get into the Microswiss box, and we'll see what they sent. So let me get this put away. Probably shouldn't stack them like that. I should do them the other way. One, two, three. And if anybody is wondering, no, I will not be using these filaments. Andrew Rogers coming in to rebuild/rehome fund. Thank you, brother. Thank you very, very much. That is greatly appreciated. It means the world, and it will help out immensely. So thank you very much. Oh, hold on. I got to click the heart. I forgot. Got to click that heart. Got to say thank you. Audio seems good. Didn't even know you were going live or would have been bugging you at Discord. No, brother, it's all good. I just decided to go live because the last package showed up, and I'm impatient. I'm bad. I'm sitting here. The package literally showed up less than a half hour ago. So just stack them up 3 and 3. So this is all good stuff from Polymaker. So thank you to Polymaker again. We have 3 rolls of each, and just so everybody knows, I did tell Polymaker I wanted to get some filament for myself to rebuild parts for the printers as I needed to, so I could print them in ASA or ABS. They gave me enough money to buy a few rolls of PLA and some ASA. I didn't do that. I'm too much of a giving guy. I just bought more PLA so I have more PLA on hand. So I've got some ASA and ABS here in a couple of colors. I'll use that to print the parts I need to print for whatever we need, whether it's fan ducts, mounts, whatever. I'll print that stuff out of what I've got currently. If any of you want to send me some stuff, let me know. Like I said, just reach out to me. I'll tell you where to send it. But here is the box from Microswiss, and this is the box I know JPP is excited about because some of the parts in here are for this printer here, and then the Ender 3 sitting right there that he sent along. For full clarification here, this one he gave to me for the rehab project. This one I am rehabbing on the stream here. He'll be giving this one away over on his YouTube channel, so go follow Just Push Print on YouTube. That'll be one we're going to get rebuilt, get it up and running good, and then I'm going to send it off to him. And then either send it off to him, we'll meet halfway, whatever the case may be. We'll figure something out. It will get to him, and then he'll be doing something down the road. He is trying to build his channel. His origins into YouTube start in the 2A community, love it or hate it. That's where it started. I'm not here to tell you how to think. Also, please understand that we all have hobbies. Don't care what yours are outside of 3D printing, because that's what brings us together, and that's all that should matter. So thank you for being here. But he He got into 3D printing. He's been loving it. He's got a lot of cool machines. He's picking up another cool machine. As a matter of fact, that's his right there that we're going to rebuild on stream as well. So, yeah, no. You might have a roll of ABS that you can send with the VTT board. Hey, brother, you send whatever you want to send. I am not going to say no. You know how to send me stuff. So as you get things, acquire things, if you want to send them along. And that goes for everybody in the community. If you've got boards, all kinds of stuff, like whatever. If you have pieces to rebuild a 3D printer, please feel free to reach out to me and ask me how to get it to me so I can do that. That is a CR10s Pro V2. You have the entire spare hot end for a V2. Look at that. Well, Andrew Rogers, if you haven't and aren't going to use it, feel free to send it because I don't know what the future holds for this. I don't know what machines I'll get. I don't know if Microswiss will send me stuff all the time, so I may need that kind of stuff for future builds. So if you aren't going to use it or don't think you'll have a need for this stuff, send it along. You know what I mean? You've seen, yeah. Less drama in the 3D printing community. Yeah. Yeah, the 3D printing community is a pretty good place. And for the most part, everybody has a very similar, like, we all are here because of a hobby. Let's let that hobby be the reason why we hang out and communicate and have fun. So, okay. Going into the Microswiss box, guys. Going in. If anybody's wondering, yes, this is a broken pair of tweezers. Broken tweezers with the fine point work for many, many things. So if you break a pair of like fine point tweezers or fine nose tweezers, keep them. They usually work pretty well for cutting through tape. Usually. Microswiss uses some really good tape. There we go. All right. This box feels pretty heavy, so I'm hoping, I'm hoping for some good stuff. I'm not going to lie. But let's see what we got here. Ready? Paper. More paper. I'm not going to look at that yet because I want to see what's in the box. I'm looking this way, so I'm going to pull out boxes and we'll look at them together. So the first thing we have is a Microswiss direct drive extruder kit for the CR10 and Ender 3. So there you go. We got a full Microswiss direct drive extruder with hot end. So this is full blown for the CR10 and the Ender 3, and it is the direct drive and extruder with hot end. With hot end. Dual gear, hardened steel gears, sharp precision cut teeth, adjustable filament grip, plug and play kit. Yes. Nice. Okay. I'm just going to reach in and grab a box. What is this thing? Ooh. Ooh. So again, CR10, CR10S, CR10, or the CR10S5, S4, Ender 3, Ender 3 Pro, and Ender 3 V2. It is the Microswiss NG direct drive. So we do have a Microswiss NG that we can throw on one of those. Nice. Digging in. Uh-oh. Ooh, little boxes. What's in the little boxes? We've got LPN, RRGB. Doesn't say. Just little boxes. We're going to have to open the little boxes to see what's in these. Okay, I'm going to set the little boxes to the side for a moment. It doesn't work with the NG. That was my mistake. Wait. Microswiss parts. Stealth printer toolhead. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. Ooh, here we go. This one has a sticker on it. It says Microswiss all metal hot end for CR10s Pro Pro printer with a 0.4 nozzle. So here is the all metal hot end for the CR10s Pro. And this one, ooh, here we go. All metal hot end kit for the CR10, CR10S5, S4, S, CR10 Mini, CR20, CR20 Pro, the Ender 3, Ender 2, Ender 3, and Ender 3 Pro, Ender 5 for a Tronxy, for the TiVo Tornado, and for the AlphaWise U10, U20. Come on, focus. There we go. So we have an all metal hot end kit. So that's pretty sweet. We'll set that off to the side because we know what that one is. And this one, we know what this one is too. This is also another hot end kit for the CR10. Ooh, there's another big box down here. It's another Microswiss NG direct drive extruder for CR10 and Ender 3s. So it's for the CR10, CR10S, CR10 S5, S4, Ender 3, Ender 3 Pro, and the Ender 3 V2. So there you go. That is a lot of goodies. Box is empty. Now let's see what exactly did come in the little boxes. Because it just has a random sticker. Let's see, the 10S Pro is weird. Our weird beast. The standard CR10 and E3 hot end parts don't fit. Yeah, because it's got that. It's the way it's got that plate. So I'll have to go through and let's see here. CR10, CR10S, but not the Pro. CR10S, but not the Pro. CR10S Pro. So yeah, here is the all metal hot end. So we can at least put an all metal hot end on it for sure. So for sure we got at least something in the kit that can go on there. I'm switching over to the blade. All right, let's see what exactly they put in here. Ah, okay. This is the all metal. This is the all metal extruder, the top portion for the all metal extruder with the upgraded all metal gears, the aluminum parts. So that's what we've got here. And it's got their little 3D printed knob that comes in the kit. Not feeling great. Gonna go take a nap. Talk to you later. All right, JPC, you have a good nap, sir. I am going to continue to open these little boxes to see what's in this one. I'm assuming probably something similar. Just throwing it out there. Oh, I was correct. Another set of the fine tooth, like their precision tooth gears. Another nicely milled aluminum block with the threaded on end there to capture your filament. The other gear is in here. You got the other gear with the little pressure fitting for the Bowden tube. You got your tension spring, all kinds of little parts and pieces. So that's good to have. Another 3D printed knob and the little adapter cable for the motor. So there we go. That's pretty freaking sweet, dude. No complaints here. Thank you very much to Microswiss, also to Polymaker for the filament. And so, since we do not have a direct drive kit, but we do have these awesome extruders, we will have to at least swap out an extruder on the CR10S and do the all metal hot end. So we will put it will not be a direct drive just because of the way the printer is, but I want to make sure these get boxed up. Julio, what is this random thing you are posting in there from Thingiverse? Go to site. Let's go to site. Ah, there we go. Stealthy Swiss. Swiss burner, or stealth burner with Microswiss direct drive for Ender 3 and Ender 5s. Okay. All right, yeah, it uses the Microswiss direct drive plate, and then you put the direct drive or the stealth burner hot end fan shroud over it. Gotcha. What is the non-NG white box? That one again is the for the CR10 and Ender 3, so it's not for the S Plus or for the S Pro series. So that will not, as far as I know, yeah, it says it fits the CR10, CR10 S5, S4, the S, the Mini, the CR20, CR20 Pro, and then the Ender 2, Ender 3, and Ender 3 Pro. So yeah, it will not direct bolt to a CR10S because of the odd this odd hot end design that they put on there. So, and with it being the way it is, yeah, I do kind of wonder. I always do love the fact that like the aluminum parts that they send out, you always get to see the mill marks. You know what I mean? It's just that added little extra. I don't know. That's why I was going to say we could probably find out, see if this is something we could swap onto it. I don't know per se. The short answer is going to be no, sir. But we might. Of course, if we do that, we still have the filament sensor over here that we would have to repurpose, relocate. And that's the other thing. You've got this giant, like, PCB right here that has got everything kind of plugged in and connected to it. So that would be partly an issue because you'd have to rewire, pretty much have to rewire everything, I think. But at least I know I've got two Ender 3s that for sure, because even these both say CR10 and CR10S, but not the Pro. But I don't know. We can see. We can possibly attempt it. Still uses the same heat cartridge and everything, and then this has the filament for your filament there. Yeah, I mean, I know rightfully it does say that it does not work. So if we attempt it, we're attempting it at our own risk. And we could potentially be creating a headache for the new owner down the road. So I don't necessarily want to do that. Okay. I am noticing, with it being scratch and dent, I do notice right out the gate that this is missing, or looks like it could be potentially missing a gear. So, but I do want to make sure that whatever I do is something that's going to be easy for the new owner to kind of mess with, and that could or could not bite me in the butt if we go trying to modify things to make things work in ways they're not supposed to, you know. Check that video. Oops, I clicked to go back to YouTube. I didn't mean to. Let's click that again. It's on Google anyway.
What's up, guys? PJ from 3D Print.
Yeah, 3D Printing Canada. He does have a Pro, and he is using that kit. Okay. At least it looks like he is. The disassembly, you take the hot end off. Wheels, yeah, we just take the wheels out like you normally would. He's using the right wrench. Well, here comes my daughter while I'm streaming. I told my loving wife I was streaming, and she still sent the heathen out here to want to try and have me help her with her bed when I'm busy.
No. I I just need help with these. Yeah, Mom did tell me that you were streaming, but I came out here anyways.
Okay.
So I used this one, okay, for the front bolts, but then the back bolts are bigger than this, but smaller than this.
Okay, then they're probably going to be a different kit that I don't know where you're going to find it somewhere in this house. You'll have to
Well,
look.
because I found the blue one, but it's only one side, and they don't fit. Where's the red one or the green one?
The red one, I don't know. You're going to have to look because people have taken all of my tools. They never return them, and I don't know where things are. Just like that was supposed to get returned when you were done with it last night, and it was still in your room.
Well, they're all right here.
Mm-hmm.
Are they in here?
No, I have none of those in here. That's why I bought that kit, because it's a metric kit, which is what my 3D printers use, which is why it's in here, so that it stays with my 3D printer.
Okay, well, they're all right there.
Yeah, they're probably out there. So, anyway, I just want to take a look at this guy's little... Yeah, it looks like he's getting it set up on there, but it looks like it may be missing a gear from the motor, or for the motor. I don't know if the standard motor gear will mesh up to it, so we may have to borrow from another kit, one of these guys, to get the part that we need. I am trying to talk to the internet, but what's up?
I'll just ask Bubba for his.
There you go. Go ask Bubba for his.
He's not home.
Okay, well then you'll have to wait till tomorrow when Bubba's home and maybe get up early like you were supposed to today. So I'm trying to talk to the internet and actually inform them of things. So please go back to bothering Bubba in text messages. Love you. Anyway, internet. Yeah, so it looks like we'll just have to steal one of them guys right there, that guy, out of one of these kits, which is fine. They gave me extra kits, so we have extra pieces. So we can steal that out of there and make it work, because we've got two of them here. We've got this kit as well that has one of those in there. And these are Microswiss's gears. They should mesh up. So we should be good. So yeah, it looks like we could swap that out according to what this guy's doing here. We can swap it out. And here is the hot end. So let's take a peek at this Microswiss hot end for the Pro series. So we got screws in there. We got the block and the heater and the nozzle. So there's all that. Yep. So there you go. We can swap everything out and go direct drive on there, at least according to this 3D Printing Canada video that you can kind of see right there. So there is that. You have a question about 3D printers. What is that? Hope things are going well in Portugal. I'm just patiently waiting for the question before I crack into it. What I'm wondering too, guys, is when I start streaming, can you guys hear me okay when I'm standing over here like this? If I stand like this, can you hear me? Does it sound good, or does it sound like I'm yelling into a tin can? Just curious. Jump up here. Got to get stuff set up and ready, you know. I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. I wasn't completely ready for this, but Is 3D printer less than $100 worth it? Depends on what it is. If you have time, a $100 printer could be a great thing. But if you have money, spend a little bit more and get a better printer. My opinions on 3D printers are, if you can get a $100 like Ender 3 off of like Marketplace, if you got time, spend $100, get it and work on it. That's kind of the basis of what I'm going to start doing, or what I've been doing here on the channel, is taking, you know, like low-end older printers from back in the day and breathing new life into them. But if it's one of those easy 3D printers, I would say do the Marketplace thing and see if you can find yourself Ender 3 or something. You may have to put a little bit more into some replacement parts, but it's definitely, you know, it definitely can be worth it. Yeah, it depends. It really does depend on the printer. For $100, the $100 3D printing thing is kind of a crapshoot right now, because you've got companies selling brand new printers for under $100 that are just complete garbage. I wouldn't recommend those. And then there are like those, you know, Marketplace finds or whatever, where they're more worth the money because you can do more with them. Zachary, what's going on, good sir? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm going to put some of this stuff away, because some of this stuff we know we don't need right now. And Zachary, what you missed was Microswiss sent out some hot ends, a couple of the NGs. So these are going to go on the Ender 3s. So the two Ender 3s are going to get the NG extruders. And then they sent me out another hot end for CR10s and Ender 3s and all that good stuff. But it's not for the Pro, but they did send me out a CR10 Pro hot end, so we're going to throw that along with this direct drive kit on the CR10. Any brand in particular? Really, no. I mean, it's a lot of the, you got to remember one thing, a lot of these bed slingers, like the Ender 3s here, a lot of these, it's the same machine. It really is. The parts really don't vary. So if you can find one of these for $100 or less on Marketplace, it may take you another $100 in parts depending on what's damaged or broken on it. But if you've got time, you get the printer and you just work on it as you get the money, and just kind of fix the parts that you need to fix as you go. That's the easiest way to say it, to do it. A lot of the printers I've had over the years, the Ender 3s, even though everybody gives them a bad rap, or the Ender 3 clones, everybody gives them a bad rap because, you know, Chinese knockoffs. But they're good printers if you have the time and are willing to learn what they need. Yeah. But yeah, like King Rune, I've never used a King Rune, at least not yet. That may change, but right now I've never used a King Rune printer, so I couldn't really vouch for it that way. But I've had a lot of the Creality Ender 3s. I've had 4 Ender 3 Pros, an Ender 3 V2, CR10, the old school CR10, the 12 volt system CR10. This guy here, I'm going to work on. We'll get it up in printing, make sure it works well, and then the whole goal of the channel, since you're new to the channel, the whole goal here is, over the years I've given away a bunch of printers, and I give away locally to me. I don't want to have to try and ship these things. But I've given away a lot of printers to people in the community, like I said, near me, and a lot of people, you know, I try to find individuals that are low income. I don't want to give printers to people who can afford to get into printing, just don't want to, because that means they don't have passion or drive to do it. But if somebody doesn't have the money, it's something they want to do. People like JPP in chat, you know, gave me this printer with the purpose of fixing it up, modifying it, getting it printing well, and then we're going to give it a new home. And that's what I'm planning to do. So we're starting with the CR10s Pro V2. Then we've got an Ender 3 Pro that was my original printer that I started with that we're going to go ahead and rebuild. And then after that, we're going to the Ender 3 that JPP gave me as well. That one's going to get rebuilt, and then I'm going to get that to him, and then he's got something he wants to do on his channel with that one. So, yeah, and then along the way, companies like Polymaker, which it's way blown out, and if I turn this off, you can see it now. There's all the filament that Polymaker has given to the program, the project. So as I give these printers away, I'll give them a couple rolls of filament to go along with it. They'll have that to get them started. So my goal is to stream working on the printers, show people what I'm doing, what I'm changing, how I'm fixing it, and then we're going to go through and we'll dial in a slicer profile for it in Orca Slicer. I'll upload that to my GitHub, and then whoever gets the printers, they'll go to the GitHub and grab the profile, import it, and be good to go. So, but right now, we're going to power this thing down and start working on it. I know I've got that video still playing there, but let's go back to this one here. And then that way I'll be able to see the old chats. And again, I want to say thank you to Mr. Andrew Rogers, who graciously gifted $10 to the channel. Thank you, sir. But let's power this thing down, unplug it, and then for safety's sake, turn it back on just to make sure that there's no power in the system, and then we'll switch it back off. Just so when I hook it back up, I don't accidentally turn it on right away if I'm not meaning to. But let's get some of this stuff out of the way here. Project parts, stay there. And then let's see, we got the direct drive kit, the hot end for that, which realistically we could use the hot end that comes in here with this kit, because the CR10s Pro kit, I think, yeah, the holes do line up. So we could use the CR10s Pro hot end, or we can just use the hot end that came in the kit. So we have options here. What do you think? Can we just use the kit, you know, the stuff that came with the kit, minus the one piece we have to steal out of another? Keep the CR10s Pro hot end for another build down the road? What do you guys think? Should I just throw the CR10s Pro hot end on it and just use the one that came with the kit? Because according to the video, the one that comes in the kit will work on here as well. So I think I'm just going to put all this back in the box. I think we'll just use the kit because the kit is here and it has all the goodies in it. So we'll put this to the side for now. And then we need to steal a bearing or a gear. Let's see, does it have the screws in it? There's the set screw. Yep. Has the set screw for the motor. So there's that. So we are going to be down one Microswiss gear because we need to steal one. So we're going to be down one. Yeah, that's kind of the plan, JPP. It's that. There's all this. I'm going to kind of set everything out here real quick, so it's all kind of laid out and ready. That guy we may or may not need. Like I said, this does have filament runout on it, so we're going to have to kind of modify the way the filament runout works. But I think with this guy, yeah, it will not line up in a way that we'll be able to still use a reverse Bowden to get it there. So we may end up having to bypass the filament run out, or figure out if there's a way to relocate the filament run out in some way. I mean, we can leave it here, run it through, and then have it just pull from here and down. It all travels together. So that could still do its thing. Let's make sure that we have no issues with this. This is the same arm that they use across all their builds or all their products. So yeah, everything does line up. So we should be good there. Yeah. Yep. All right. So that'll be good. Put those there, that there, that there, that there, that, that. Okay, so let's tuck all this back in the package. All right. Well, again, thank you, Microswiss, for the gracious donation. And thank you to JPP for the printer to rebuild. Thank you to Polymaker for the filament. Thank you to all the community members who keep donating. There's all that up out of the way. Let's move this back. We got a bunch of the Microswiss instruction cards on how to install their stuff. So we have a bunch of those now for step-by-step instructions if anybody's interested. This camera's better from a distance. It doesn't really focus very well up close. But put that there. All right. Let's see how well it looks when I go to this one. Nope, this one. There we go. All right. There we go. Now we just got to grab tools, which my daughter just walked out of here with my Allens, didn't she? She kept them in her hand when she walked out, didn't she? Uh-oh. If anybody is wondering, yes, I do like Microswiss products. I do buy them. I do pay for them. As you can see, these are for my K1. I bought those and paid for those. So we're gonna have to do a be right back because I gotta go find those Allen keys, guys. I need those. You didn't put them in the cabinet, did she? No. All right. Well, give me a minute. I'm gonna mute the old microphone. I'll let you guys sit here and stare at nothing for a minute. I do apologize, but I gotta go grab those. Tanner 3D, what is going on? Ricky Lee, how you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. But give me just a minute, guys. I'll be right back. Just gonna mute the mic. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go in the house and get these because, yes, she did take them in the house with her. Um, I hope the one I'm missing that I know is probably in a toolbox or in a tote, it's not the one I need. But let's just see what happens. Of course, it is probably one smaller than I thought. But first thing we got to do is take off this fan shroud. We'll set screws aside because the one thing I got to make sure of is that let's make sure the fan shroud and everything will connect up in some way. Oh, we put that different fan shroud on there for the part cooling. Ah, yes, that's going to be the other thing too, is we're going to have to find out about the BL Touch. We're going to have to see about a BL Touch mount. Welcome back. Thank you, Zachary. Trying to see. Put that up a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Put everything down and around. Let's unplug the fan there. Yeah, we'll have to see. Let's take a look at something here. Yeah, that is going to be an issue because we're going to have to print some kind of a, we're going to have to print a different fan shroud for it. So there's going to be some printing involved because that is not, with the existing holes, that does not match up. Let me bring you guys up a little bit more here. Oops, sorry guys. But as you can see, based on the hole pattern, that is not going to line up in a way that it's going to work. So, with that there, yeah, so that's going to be part of the thing in that video, I'm sure. Let me jump over here and look at that video you posted earlier. Let me kind of go back to the site there, and let's see, motor install. Oh, he's using their other fan duct, the one that Microswiss had come up with. So we'll have to see if we can find that and print it. Does he have a link to that down here? Let's see. No. So we'll have to see if we can find that fan duct for that. If somebody finds the link for it, please send it for me. So if you guys can find this one, the Microswiss for the CR10s Pro, it would be greatly appreciated so that I can print that and we'll have that on hand for the next stream. So there are a lot of drama in the 3D printing community. Yeah, there can be. Included in the files for the Stealthy Swiss. Yeah, JPP, the problem is, bud, I don't want to install the Stealthy. I don't want to do the Stealthy because, like I said, I'm trying to keep this as user friendly. I'm not going to do this as like a crazy modded thing. So I don't want to do the Stealthy because if I give this to someone and they have a problem, now I have to be the support for it. And the thing is I want to give these away to people. I want them to take them, use them, and learn how to do things with them. If they want to install the Stealthy later, then they can do that. But I want to try and keep it as close to a stock machine. That way, they're getting something that's not heavily modified, and I don't have to offer support. So that's the only kicker. But I know you want to see the Stealthy, and that would be awesome. But if I install the Stealthy, then I have to support the Stealthy. And right now, with me wanting to keep rebuilding printers and sending them out, that the amount of support I'll have to offer for modifications I make that are kind of outside of a normal scope will get crazy, and I don't want to see myself in, go down that path. You know what I mean? Does it make sense? Which one's this one? Okay. Well, the other one, yeah. We'll definitely, yeah, we'll go with one of these two for sure. Yeah. It looks a little different, but I'll have to snag one of them up and we'll get it printing. Right now, like I said, the one that he's using looks like it's the Microswiss, um, similar to the Microswiss one that comes with like the NGs and stuff, but it's for the uh, CR10 because it's got that the bigger fan on it. So yeah. Okay. Grab a wrench here to get those loose. We need that here in a minute. First thing, we're going to take the hot end off though. Take those out. There we go. Yeah, see, because the Pro has this big round cooler on it. And then the stock one that comes with it is, with the kit anyway, is quite small. And then this guy, which is for the Pro. There we go. They quit blowing in my face. And then the one for the Pro, as you can see. So we'll probably install the one for the Pro on it, just to stick with that stock-ish build. Like I said, throwing this thing on here, not being meant for it, is already creating a little bit of an extra work, because we'll have to make whatever modifications we have to make it work, which we'll do. But like I said, I just don't want to go crazy heavy into mods when I'm trying to just give these to people, get them in the community. Besides, modding it is a large portion of the fun, you know? That one might be better. You keep sending me more links, JPP. Let me move that chair out of my way. I moved it so I could get out, and then it got in my way. That one is CR10 Max, Microswiss direct drive with shroud. That one's a little bit smaller, so that one might work a little better. We'll make sure 2 holes for mounting. You got the 2 holes on the side for the fan to mount into. It wraps around the hot end. We'll make sure that it'll be pointed in the right direction, because we may have to. Let me take a look at something real quick. Hold on. Let's line these two guys up and see, because if we do something that's meant for a CR10 instead of the, like in this case, that one does say CR10s Pro and Max. So these guys together, we are missing a set screw on this, but there's a set screw in there, so good. So that's why they say scratch and dent, guys. They're sending me stuff that may be missing parts. So they're not sending me like working, like full-blown working units. There may be missing parts. I know that going in, so I do thank them for sending me these parts, and we will make do and make it work however we can. Take that out of there real quick. And we want the screws on the bottom. I know you guys aren't seeing what I'm doing here, but I'm just threading this into the block. Make sure the screws are on the bottom so they're easy to get to. And then stick this in here. This one's already got the nozzle in it, but I want to see the height difference between the two of them. So there is a bit of a height difference. This does push this down quite a bit. So any fan that we use, we're going to want to make sure the fan duct is set a little bit longer so that it can drop down below that. Which, if we look at this one versus this one, even just swapping the hot end out for this one, even swapping that hot end out drops this nozzle down more in line with where it should be. So, should be okay there. All right. Now let's find a Phillips head screwdriver somewhere, or a flathead big enough to fit in a Phillips head screw. Right? So we can get our thermistor out of there. Take that screw out, set it to the side, pull our little bead out. That's the one thing I do not like is this little glass bead thermistor. This thing is sometimes a pain, you know. They do, Andrew Rogers. They do. They do make the NG for the V2s, as far as I know. I could be wrong, but as far as I know, they do. I want to go back to this so I can put you guys back over here. Aaron, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Not Aaron, but Aaron. Okay, we got that out of there. Let's find our little Allen to pop the thermistor out, or the heating cartridge out. This one's not it, and it's the one I'm missing. So, oop, gummit, threw the whole kit on the floor. It's good to see you, Aaron. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Like I said, with the microphone being way over there, I hope the audio doesn't sound weird. I could very well put the other mic back on and have it right next to me, but everybody was telling me they didn't like the sound quality of that one, so there we go. Loosen this up. Couple twists, and then, all right, heater cartridge is out. And since we have filament in here, this will be fun to pull apart. There we go. Cut the filament because I'm not super worried about this hot end right now. We are gonna probably steal that screw out since we were missing one. Steal this little screw out of here, just so we have the extra one in case we need it. But stock head out. Let's set that guy down too. Now we'll just borrow that guy we just took out, put it in here. Well, this is in the stock one. We don't want to use the stock one. We want to use the stock CR10s Pro one. So let's grab the right hot end here. Put that set screw in. Make sure everything is snugged up, seated nice and tight, and lined up about as straight as it can be. There we go. Before we go too crazy with building up, JPP, yes, the printer is powered off, sir. I did turn off the printer before I did all this. Let's get the old touch unhooked, get all this out of the way, set that back behind for now, and then we'll finish tearing this part off. Gotta get that BL touch off of there though. I know my hands are in the way here, and I do apologize, but I don't have a million camera angles, so sorry, guys. Okay. Now, BL touch out of the way. Now we can work on taking this guy off. Let's make sure we get the right side of the wrench. And let's see. Yeah, loosen the tension on the carriage here. So we can loosen the belt. There we go. Pull the belt loose. Most people would say just take the end off, take this guy off, and just roll it out. And that's all you gotta do. But as you can see, you run into an issue. So we just take the wheels off and then pull the whole thing loose that way. All you gotta do is loosen them a little bit, the top two. If you loosen them up just a little bit, you'll get enough play or wiggle. And then sometimes you can pop it off, but it won't. So we'll just keep going until we take one or two out, and we should be good. No, not going to work. We use the nylock nuts. So through the wrench. You guys aren't even seeing nothing anymore. Sorry. Sorry, nobody was saying nothing in chat, and I just happened to be looking at chat and not the actual stream. But there you go. Take that wheel out, and there we go. The whole thing comes out. Set that off to the side for a minute. We do need to take the wheels off because we need those for the other plate, but we do not need the spacers. And looking at the kit, it does look like we will not need the screws either because they actually have threaded holes for these top two that the screws go right into. So set that off to the side, set that off to the side. And here we go, stealing the wheels. Okay. V-wheel there. Take this stuff out. And we don't need that nut either. And then the only one left is this guy. Kind of clean it up a little bit. Wrench on there. There we go. And then this BL touch mount won't bolt onto here, so we'll have to make sure whichever fan shroud we go with, we'll have to make sure we print the new mount for it. Looking on Fabrico about the drop effect next G hotted, it says maximum temp is 320. With the one in the video on YouTube, girl said it would do 400 C no problem. Will it damage it by running it? You can. Long-term damage could happen, yes. So just keep that in mind. So in this parts kit that they sent me, it does have a pre-cut piece of PTFE tube. We do have some things, but one thing that is missing is our nut So we'll have to make sure that's on the wrong side. We've got to remember to reuse our nut, our eccentric nut. So we'll have to reuse that. And it looks like they've actually included all new screws with Loctite already on most of them, on the two that go into the metal parts. So really, we just need the wheel and the eccentric nut because they gave us a new one. Clean that off. So we'll take that screw out of the mix. So yeah, I would say long term, well, it can do damage by over, running something not meant to be run at that temperature for extended periods of time. But what I was going to show you is this does have a nice little cut in there. You have that little bevel so that you can, when you slide it in, you can line up the bevel. But this is actually the part that will go in this side and then go down into the hot end. And you can see that the bevel kind of matches the bevel in the aluminum there. So that way it all lines up right. So we'll take that out of there. And we'll get this thing put back together. So now to assemble, you need to grab the longer of the three screws that comes, or the three screws that comes in the kit. We'll need the new nut. And I'm looking to see, yes, we do have one washer. So, the way this will work is you go with wheel, screw, washer, eccentric nut with the big nub facing in towards the aluminum, smaller nub facing back towards the bearing. And actually, you see something, right? Yeah, the way that it's got a little spacer on there, probably don't need it, but we're going to put it in there because it's in there. Or, let me double check something. Hold on. Let's go take a look at microswiss.com and let's go to extruders. Let's scroll down and find the direct drive, and let's go find the installation PDF. There's a video by Modbot Daniel. I am going to look down the line here real quick just to make sure I put that. So you've got insert the 5mm nylon screw through. That's for those two. And then as for the eccentric, yeah, the washer goes on the back side. That's what I wanted to make sure of. So the washer does go on the back side against the nut, against the metal. So we don't need the washer here. So this part, ignore my stupid talk about putting the washer on. The washer goes on the back side. So this is just a screw. The eccentric nut with the smaller of the two ends of the eccentric nut towards the bearing. The longer end will then go through here and go into place. But we'll put this on last because it's easier to put these two guys on using the other two screws in the kit. Dump everything out, why not? Basically one screw through with the Loctite on it. There we go. 3D HP Jerry, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Staying out of trouble, staying out of jail, all that good stuff. Give the other wheel a quick wipe down. You can see these have been used a little, so they got a little nasty on them. Give it a quick little wipe down with the fingers just to get most of that grit and stuff off of there. Screw through the hole into the top. Give them a little snug. Make sure the wheel's still smooth, the spin smooth. They do. So there we go. Then those two go over like so. And then this one, I'm sorry, it's going to be hard to show, but I'll give you a little demo. Again, you've got screw going through the wheel, eccentric nut with the smaller flange towards the bearing, or towards the bearing on the wheel. That'll all go through like this. And then you'll put a washer, which I think I was picking up the wrong one. Could be wrong. But you put a washer on there, grab the nut with the little nylock nut there, and then that'll go on. I'm pretty sure if I leave this loose, I probably cannot flip that over it, but we'll try it. Yep, it will not go, so I don't want to force it. You don't want to do any damage to the part, but we'll take it. We'll take this part back apart. You guys will be able to see on there, you know. I have the instructions in front of me, which is making it hard for me to see what you're saying in chat, so I got to fix that. So bear with me a second here while I jump back over here, bring this back up. There we go. Poly dryer and 3 extra boxes ordered yesterday. 2 extra comes with 1. Nice. The poly dryer is going to be the way to go. I'm hoping one day to get some of those myself. But put this over. This guy goes back into the hole there. Everything lined up. Let's see. Okay. Anyway, put on a washer, put on a nut, start tightening the nut down a little bit. And then we grab our wrench on this side. Get it started till it's not going anymore. There we go. Got a nice tight. There we go. A little loose, so we grab the other end of our wrench. Give the eccentric a twist. Get all that wiggle out of there so it's not as wiggly. There we go. Loosen it just a little bit because we want a little tight there. There we go. See, it's tight and it moves pretty freely there. So we're going to go back a little bit more. We don't want it crazy tight to the point where we're just chewing the wheels up, but we don't want it loose to the point where the wheels. There we go. And now with the new kit, I'll show you guys this, and I'll remember to put it back there. But see, like with this kit that they have, I can just put it on straight from the end. So there's that. If you're a partner, Dan, put in a ticket on Discord and tell them you will review, do a video on it. I am only a partner in the sense that they're giving me some filament for the projects here and for the stream giveaway. I don't know, I haven't gotten an actual like affiliate code, so I'm not necessarily an affiliate with them. So I don't know if partner and affiliate are separate and how that works. But let's get these belts kind of put back in place. Get this guy back here. Get it kind of lined back up. Let's make sure that's going to work. Kind of hope so. Yep. Yep. Should be good. We'll just tighten these two down. Cross our fingers. So, gotta loosen it first, guys. Gotta loosen it first. It's not wanting to twist. There we go. That one twisted into place. Let's see if this one will twist into place. Yep, we're good. Now we just got to loosen it a little and put some tension on here. A lot of guys will tell you go crazy and put a lot of tension. You don't have to. That's the thing. The more tension you put, the more damage can be done. You want it to be tight, but not, oh my goodness, tight. This machine's not going to move that fast. You have to worry so much about skipping. Okay. There we go. Carriage is mounted. So there's the carriage in place. Let's get the hot end. And then put the hot end in place here. We do need to take the fans out, which we did not do that earlier. So let's get the little wrench here. Take this fan out of here, because we're going to have to print a whole new fan duct for it. AAA, what's up? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Has to be a partner then. Oh, I have a partner number, Jerry. Yeah, I have a partner number. But yeah, it is sliding very smooth, so definitely good. For JPP, it's moving smooth, and Jerry, I have a partner number, so yeah, I am a partner, but I don't have an affiliate code, put it that way. So I don't get any affiliate kickbacks yet, maybe down the road, but not right now. Get those screws out of there. The fan wire here, this guy is broken. I wish I had some hot snot. I put a little hot glue on there to help keep it together. So we're going to have to be cautious of that for right now. Bring that over because we need to get to the thermistor here and the heater cartridge. So heater cartridge and thermistor, heater cartridge. We'll do the heater cartridge first. Put that guy in, flush it up with the end here. The wires hopefully don't touch. And then there it is. I was like, where'd that little Allen key go? The Microswiss sent that works perfectly. Looks like any cubic mega one, or it looks like any cubic mega ones. Well, this is a CR10s Pro V2. I hate the bulb thermistors too, Gary. Hate them with a passion. I love the cartridge ones. I really wish that everybody would start using the cartridge style. But, you know, they save a few cents. So they use them. Let's see here. If I had some of the SliceWorks grease, I would put that in, but I don't, so I won't. But now a little glass bead goes in its little hole here. Put the little glass bead in the hole. So quit arguing with me. There we go. You want to make sure those wires are on either side of the threads, and when you tighten that screw down, you go very slow. I got to find the screw now. There it is. Found it. This is really hard to show, guys. I'm sorry. I don't have a nice macro up close in your face lens. Let's see, did their kit come with another screw for that? No, it did not. Okay. So we're repurposing the standard, the Phillips head screw from the original hot end. I am using a flathead screw on a Phillips head screw. Don't tell anybody. But you just basically snug it up. That's all you got to do. Just snug enough that it holds the wires. You pinch the wires, but you don't smash the wires. Like, see, that's still a little loose on the side there. So, okay. All right, there we go. Now it's snugged in there. It's not breaking through nothing. We're good. The ball thermistors always break. Yes, they do, AAA. They're a pain in the ass. But there's that. Now we can put the 2 screws in to hold the hot end in place. We are going to have to revisit this printer again. Let's see. Those are definitely not going to be long enough. And here's the screws that came with the other kit for this hot end. So let's pull these guys out. Oh, there was a thermistor screw in there. Oops. Oh well, we repurposed. Repurpose, reuse, right? Get this guy lined up in the hole. And then we just drop that one down. Where the heck did it just go? Ruh-roh, guys. Screw got away from me. That screw got away from me too. Did anybody see where that screw just went? Did it fall off the printer and onto the ground? Thankfully, I can probably find a replacement. Unfortunately, I don't want to have to. Because, yeah. I'm looking to see what happened to the old hot end. Microswiss sent us out some upgrade parts. So we're just installing the Microswiss upgrade parts on here. Microswiss sent the stuff out as a, it's some scratch and dent old stuff that they have. So Microswiss sent it out to us, and they're like, you're rehabbing old printers, you want to give them away. We've got these old products that we can't necessarily use because, it's scratch and dent, older stuff that we don't want to try and sell. Enjoy. So that's what we're doing. We're putting their older scratch and dent products on printers that we're going to be giving away. So looks like it went off the edge, or fell off the edge. Oh, is it back here? No, don't see it over here. Oh, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. It's the problem with having a concrete floor that's all rough and nasty. Things hide really well. There it is. Found it. Haha. It was right here. It was right under there. We got it. Let's see here. All right. There we go. Here's the other one. Give them a little snug. that guy in. We have to steal the extruder motor, which is going to be fun too. We have to tear the old extruder apart there in the back. For right now, I want to get this guy mounted up, and then we'll kind of revisit. We'll not revisit, but we'll go back and tear into that. Get that out of there. We're going to clear up some space here. Realistically, in the future, when you do these things, you should probably take the old filament out and all that good stuff. But I'm rebuilding these to rebuild them, you know? It teleported, yes. So there we go. Let's pull this back out of the way. There's that. The BL Touch will mount off to this side. This fan will mount somewhere in this vicinity, and then the other fan will mount off to the side. We'll have to steal that extruder motor, get it in here. Before I mount the hot end, or mounted the hot end, I should have shoved that PTFE tube up in there, because I know it won't go this way. Because it always hangs up right where that little slit is at. So we should have put this in first. So, I'm going to take that loose and put it all back together. So what we just did, we got to undid. We got to undid what we did, because we're making older printers gooder. Speaking in all that improper grammar. Da Vinci, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. There's something else that went on the floor? Yeah, it certainly was, I'm sure. And I'm not super worried about it, but now we can do this. Now, let's get that all the way out of there. Okay. Take our finger and hold the spruce in place. Push this guy up into place. Remembering to match the bevel. Then put this in like so. Does come with a little lock. There you go. Push this guy up and through. Screws in place. There we go. There we go. All right. All that's in place now. Now, meow. All right, man. All these randomness here. This guy is going to go through here when we get the other piece, like the little stub piece of PTFE tube that would guide here, or the piece that will come back to back here that you guys can't see, right here, my finger bead, because we'll probably do some sort of a reverse Bowden style from that from there on. Waistline got away from you? Yeah, my waistline got away from me too. I ended up, at one point, Ricky Lee, I was up to, Mr. Tanner 3D, I was up to 262 pounds. Now I'm back down to about 220. It's like 220, 225, somewhere in there. So I'll take it, man. A piece got left on the floor. Weird black Bowden thing. Yeah, this guy right here. That guy right there. The little Bowden coupler that would go in right there if I need it. It's a spare. So, but there's all that. Now let's just see something here. Because with the arm, that'll go there. There's a bit too much of the Bowden tube in the way with this hot end on here because it's a little bit deeper. So thankfully they give you a sweet little template. The edge of the device itself, here, this piece of aluminum, is where you need to be. So you can just kind of cheat a little bit. Use the aluminum edge as a guide with the angle. There you go. I'm sorry I didn't show you guys that, but I cut it down so that it fits now, and then in my haste I set this part down too early, but that will now fit all up in there perfectly and lines up nice with the Bowden tube, so should be good there. Okay. Move these out of the way. Those are old parts. These are old parts. Here's the gear that'll go on the motor. It'll match up with that gear there. Clip, we got a hot end that goes with this. This all goes together here. These parts can all go with that right there. That'll all go back together for another part. All that, all that. There's that. This is the piece we cut off. As you guys can see from the cutoff, the little V on the end here is the part I cut. Very similar to the V on that end right there, which you guys can really not see. But there's the V there, there the other side of the V, and then there's the part I cut, which you guys are not really seeing very well. But there you go. So that's the piece I cut off. That's how much was a little long with this other hot end on there. When is the next stream? I sadly have to go to sleep. I would love to watch more of the streams. AAA, I stream on normally Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Central Standard. So if you were to come back on a Tuesday, Polymaker sponsors a filament giveaway on Thursday or on Tuesdays. And then Thursday, I currently have no filament sponsors or any giveaway sponsors. But today is kind of a special stream because I was waiting on parts and some more filaments. So all the filament showed up today from Polymaker, which, let me jump to this camera here, and then let me do this. All that filament you see right there, and those Microswiss boxes you see right there, all of that is all sponsored stuff by Polymaker and Microswiss. They sent all that stuff in for the 3D printer rehab project. They heard what I had to say at MRF this year. I went to MRF, I talked with Nicor from Polymaker, and I talked with the whole Microswiss gang. Those guys always come out to MRF, so it was great to see them. But Vitaly and the boys, we all chatted. I explained to them what I was wanting to do and what I was doing on my channel and how things had been, and they were all on board. So it was pretty awesome. But AAA, have a good evening, get some sleep, good day, good evening, whatever. Have a good sleep. So let's go ahead and tear the other extruder off. Let's get this stuff out of the way here real quick so I can move the printer up a little more. And let's go back to this camera here. There we go. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see it. Probably spin the whole thing around. It'll probably be easier, huh? So let's do that. It'll put it a little farther away from me, a little harder to work. I'm trying not to lose the screws that are on the build plate while I do this, but okay. There we go. Okay. So we're going to take this guy apart. Whoop. We need to go bigger. We need to go bigger. I don't know if it's this big. We'll find out. There we go. Yep. So take this guy out here. Trying to keep the washer from falling out too, so cheating and sticking the tool in the end there. And then, let's see, is this the same size for this one? I think it is. It is, good. So we'll take this one out. Your fighting weight is about 190, pushing about 220 these days. Well, Mr. Ricky Lee, I was hoping to be 190 to 200. My doctor got scared when I got down to 204. So my doctor didn't like me getting down to 204. That scared her. And then, of course, in turn, scared my wife. So the doctor and my wife were happy I was losing weight, but not happy that I lost as much weight. So I stopped taking the one medication I was on. I stopped taking the one medication that I was on and started eating again. Apparently, when you take a medication that causes you to lose your appetite, that's grounds for an alarm. But like I said, I've been holding steady at 220-ish. There we go. That's now out of the way. Can't sleep. The voices are telling me to watch this stream. Triple A. Thank you, brother. Thank you. But don't wear yourself out, man. Don't wear yourself out. I say brother, but I don't know. Triple A could be female, or I don't want to assume your gender, Triple A. But if Google Analytics or if Google's analytics are correct, my viewer base is in the age range of 40s to 50s and male. So I'm hoping that I'm not offending you, but I'm just letting you know Google's analytics say that my audience is male and in their 40s to 50s. So get that out of the way now. Let's move this back up here a little. There we go. All right, motor's out of the way. We need to take this little gear out and replace it with the one from Microswiss. So let's grab the little wrench here. Take this little set screw out. Then we have to mount the motor first. That's got to go in here. But you guys won't see that very well if I do it this way, so we're going to flip this back around now. What's Jerry saying? Yes, yeah. No, you're a brother. All right, well, good. Triple A, you're a brother. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the family. You're one of the boys. So, we'll slide that guy in there real quick and make sure it does stick out quite a bit farther than I'm sure they probably want it to, but that's okay. Let's take a look. When we put the arm in place, the arm will go here. So we want to make sure our gears line up in a way. I'm almost betting you. Yep, it lines up this away, because this away, oh no, this away will work too. Okay, good. So we'll put it in. My thought is, for future fixing, we can put it in with the screw facing out. May not be the way the Microswiss says to do it, but if the teeth line up, that's the important part. Because there's quite a bit sticking out here, and I know they give you a knob to put on there, so we'll put it on the right way. But I'm going to twist it around so I can see that guy. We're not going to tighten this down yet. We're going to put the outer screws in first. which we've got here from the kit. There we go. It's such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You should be mine. Be mine. You should be my neighbor. Let's see if I get a strike for that. Let's see if YouTube strikes me for singing a PBS song. It was on the public broadcast network. And I only sang a few lines, so. Okay. Let's get these tightened down here real quick. There we go. Them's all tightened into place now. Let me move this out here. And then we got to put this guy in its place, which, there's that. I don't necessarily know if that's the right screw for that, and I don't see another screw in the mix that would go into there. So that's got to be it. And that's the thing, there's a washer or a spacer, I would assume. Yeah, because that's not long enough. So this may be missing a piece. I know this long screw from here is probably way too long. Yeah, that's way too long. Let me go back to them instructions, guys. Let's take a look on the Microswiss instructions on that arm, what screw it says you use. Okay, there's one with a, oh, dadgummit, that one I don't remember seeing anywhere. Uh-oh. We've got a random screw that has a long, edge around it. Okay, so let me show you guys. Let me go to here. Okay, let me move myself out of the way. Hold on. I had myself moved for the count. There we go. Let's stick it there. There we go. All right, if you look right here, this screw is not in the kit. And as you can see, there's just threads at this very end, and then this is all just a metal shaft, and then there's the head of the screw. So let me look through the other kits and see if there's one in another kit I can steal. There is. All right, guys. We're going to steal one out of another kit. Thankfully, they gave me their direct drive kits, and those direct drive kits, again, recycle a lot of the parts. So, we're able to rob from Peter to pay Paul. But here's what the screw looks like. Give me a second, and I'll switch back to show you what I meant. Bench cam. Okay. This is the screw. Yeah, you can't really tell, but that's the screw. No, these are open box kits, so they're what they call B stock. And let's see if that'll go through there, because I'm thinking it may not. Yeah, it's not long enough to go through. It's got to go through the plate and into the motor, so even this one's not long enough to do that. Dadgummit. Well, doesn't that stink? There we go. Yeah, it's not long enough to go through.
And that's definitely not going to work. Let's just see if the other kit, if for some reason we got lucky and the other kit has a different type of, or a different length screw in it. It does not. Oh, dadgummit, all this far. Go this far for nothing. What the heck? Because that's a screw I don't have. And I fear that not having something with this bevel on it could be a problem. Because the arm won't move smoothly. So it appears to be that it needs to be a bit longer on the threads. As a matter of fact, there's a recess inside here, inside this motor mount. It's got a cut. So I'm assuming the one for this kit needs to have a much longer smooth edge here. Here. Trying to get this thing to focus up here and not down here. But this smooth edge, I'm assuming, needs to be a bit longer, probably about as long as these threads are, so that when it goes through, it sticks out about that much farther to go into the bracket, and then from there, it goes threaded into the motor. So, 3D Medic Vince, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. We're going through some of the parts that Microswiss gave me. We're getting it installed. We're trying to get it installed, but we are finding that it is not going to work the way we were hoping, because we are missing one screw that we do need that we don't have. So it is, let's see, insert the precise shoulder screw into the lever. So it is the precise, the precision shoulder screw. And it does look a bit longer than the one I have. So yes, I will have to see. Let's see here. Install the lever using a 2mm Allen. I may have to reach out to Microswiss and ask them if they could send me maybe a couple of those. So we may. I've been streaming for what? Almost 2 hours anyway. So maybe we, what they said, can you maybe try bushing from the red arm? No, I already tried. It's too much. See, look. The bushing and that, they won't go together. It's the bushing is too thick to fit down through the hole. So that will not work. And doing something like trying to take and use this piece here, it mounts in the opposite direction. It mounts on this side to meet up. So I wouldn't be able to do that, considering theirs mounts up back here and won't line up. So, yeah. It does suck, but it does happen. I mean, we knew going into this, these are open box parts. The other option is I just swap out the hot end and I swap out the extruder. I mean, we can always do, that, where I just put the other hot end on, put the whole hot end assembly back together and put that back on, and then we just swap out the extruder for their extruder, and we don't use the direct drive kit. That's really the only option, What about the silver bushing by the spring on the table? Silver bushing, this guy here. That was from the spring. Give me a second to jump back to this camera, because I don't necessarily know what you're talking about. There we go. The silver bushing. You're talking about this isn't a bushing. Yeah. This is the other side of this guy. So, I mean, like I said, I can put a screw through it.
but then it's not going to work long term, and it's going to cause damage, and it's going to be a problem because I need something that this can float smoothly against without digging into it. And again, the whole purpose of this is to build a reliable printer that we can give to someone, not rig something together and have it broken in a little bit. I'm not looking to rebuild these as tech support. You know, I want to give them something that works. So, yeah. Looks like a thin tube standing up and the light washed it out. Yeah, no, it's not a thin tube. It's the other side of the bearing. Or the other side of the teeth. So. But yeah, so this guy here, I need one of these with a longer polished surface that comes out to about where the threads are, and then the threads come out from there to go in the rest of the way. So, yeah, that won't, it's just not long enough to even make it into the motor. So, but like I said, we've been streaming for going on 2 hours now, and I've got to help my daughter tear down her bunk bed. I know I again, this isn't a normal stream night, so me ending the stream at 5 o'clock when I would normally start is okay, I think. But yeah, guys, I will have to see if I can either order some of these from Microswiss. Let me go back to this camera. I'll see if I can order some of these from Microswiss. Give it a minute to try and cooperate. Some of the longer ones that this needs. See if I can do that. It's been a good stream anyway. Thank you, JPP. Greatly appreciated, good sir. But yeah, I'll have to see if I can order some longer ones from them, or if they can maybe send me out some longer ones. We've got till Tuesday. You know, today is Friday. We got till Tuesday when the next stream happens. If worst case, like I said, if worst case scenario, we'll go back to this one. If worst case scenario, we can always go the other route and leave it a Bowden setup instead of a direct drive, you know, because it does clear here. And that was another thing I guess I should have looked at. And once we do this, ooh, we're going to have to, oh, there's a problem. I'm seeing two already anyway, good sirs. This wire, if we go down low, will it work? We're going to have to figure it out because that, it barely gets there. But then it's riding on the wheels. So that's probably why they have an actual different setup for it, because this won't go all the way over now. It pulls too tight, and there's maybe not enough slack in these wires. We'll have to cut this and find out. Let's take a look. Let's cut that and see. Okay, pull that. Yeah, there's not a lot of slack here with that board under there. There's not a lot of slack to get that all the way over. It catches. And if I come under, like I said, it rides on the wheels. Cunningham Customs, I'll try. Right now, yeah, it'll come over, but then it's smashing the wires and riding on the wheels. So all of this may have been for Nye anyway, because when it comes over, it's just pinching the wires into the wheels, and when it comes back, it's fine, but then it'll get pinched there, and if you tuck it under, it rides against those wheels. So maybe swapping out for the Microswiss extruder, extruder assembly, and doing the new hot end on the old bracket, it might be the way to go. So I'm noticing, like I said, we're catching wires.
I hate going backwards, but like I said, we want to make these machines work when we give them to people. Grr. We'll ignore the voice this time. Bye, everyone. Have fun. All right, AAA. You get some sleep, man. Talk to you later. But yeah, that's I'm thinking JPP. I know you would like to see this direct drive on here, but I'm thinking it's going to continue to be more work, and if I give this printer to someone, it's going to be more headache. The nice part is its pieces, it's here. We have it for another project. We've already got the two NGs. One's going to go on the one that you're going to have to give away. One's going to go on the one that I'm going to give away. So we have the two NGs already, so that's nice. And we know those will work on the Ender 3s because that's what they're made for, Ender 3 and Ender 3 Pro. So those will work. Be completely honest with you. Yeah. We will on Tuesday. We will work on putting the old hot end cartridge or the old hot end carriage back on, moving the new Microswiss all metal hot end over, and get the Microswiss extruder, their dual gear extruder, get that set up. You see here. Yeah, the reason that screw is so small for these is because this piece is threaded here. So it actually threads into here, and the motor's only going to be held in by these 3 screws here. So. And then the Bowden, again, it uses a threaded on fitting to actually hold the Bowden tube in so you don't get that slop in there. So. Yeah, and I get what you're saying with the Stealthy. It'd be cool. It would look cool. And if this was, this was what it was going to be. I mean, as a device I'm giving to someone, as a piece that I'm giving away to somebody, I want to give them something that works. That's not going to require a lot of tinkering and messing around with, because that means that's more, people asking me to help them with an old printer that I gave to them, and I want to focus on being able to keep working on printers. So the more tech support I'm giving away for free for a printer I gave away for free, the less time I have to work on the printers, and that's more time away from my family, and I'm not being recouped for any of that. So I want to make these machines work when I give them away, so that I don't have to worry about the, hey, what about this, what about that. So the whole goal is get them working, functioning as good as we can with what they are, and then say, here you go. Now you keep it going. So that is the plan. If this is going to bite me in the rear, it's going to bite me in the rear. I'm sure it probably will. But for right now, I'm going to leave this mess the way you guys see it, and this will be where we pick up on Tuesday. So on Tuesday's stream, we will take off the direct drive kit we just put on, put back on the old carriage plate, put the new Microswiss all metal hot end on there. We'll use the new Microswiss, one of the new Microswiss extruders. We'll get one of these kits installed. Let's see here. I'm hoping it'll actually work. Because looking at it, it's not, it might be another problem because it doesn't line up with where the filament runout sensor is. But it looks like we could potentially take and make things, we can probably make things work a little bit. Let's see something. Oddly enough, going backwards, putting this thing on here backwards seems to be like it would look like it would work. Let me see something. This plate and that plate the same thickness? They are. Okay. Just happens to be that that goes that way. With that like that. Okay. Well, we can make it work. That's the nice part. We can at least make it work, I'm sure. I hope. This is going to become a cluster and a pain if we can't. But now that I've got all kinds of kits all broken open and all over the place, I've got pieces everywhere, guys. Let's see. So that'll go like that. That can line up with it. It is kind of backwards though, from the way it wants to. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, because that would put it on the outside. Otherwise, it would go this way on the inside. Jeepers. All right. The CR10s Pro V2 is kind of a pain in the butt in the fact that certain things are kind of backwards from other things. It's all right. We'll make it work. We will make something happen. Yeah, if I go back to how it was, JPP, but that's the point. I want to put some of these products on there, some of these parts on there, so if nothing else, we can use their all-metal hot end and get that on, get that up. So if nothing else, we can put an all-metal hot end on there, put all the stock stuff back on, and we'll be good to go. So we'll see what Tuesday brings, what headaches we come across, and we'll strive to make older printers gooder. There you go. I said it. Got it in there. We're going to get that slogan on a shirt. What do you guys think? On the front? Just do right across the front, making older printers gooder? Or should I just do like this, right? And then on the back, do real big MMN, and underneath of that, say making older printers gooder. That's what I'm thinking. We'll do like the MakerMind Nexus like this, and then on the back, real big, that big MMN, and then we'll do making older printers gooder. In improper grammar just to piss people off. So when you're walking around wearing those shirts, when you guys decide to buy stuff and you guys are wearing those shirts, and you can walk into like an English class or find an English teacher and have them just cringe. Okay, I'm going to sit down here, come in close. All right, there we go. I'm going to sit down, take a drink. I got some water left in my cup. It's water, it's ice, it's water. Oh, kick my leg up here, kick my other leg up here. Oh, my knees are shot. Oh, old age sucks. It's weird being the same age as old people, you know? Depends on what part of the country you live in. Yeah. So, gang, thank you for coming and hanging out. Thanks for spending some time with me. Thanks for watching me do a whole bunch of stuff we got to undo on Tuesday. I do greatly appreciate the time. I do appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. I enjoy the fact that this is becoming an interesting thing that people want to check out. So tell your friends, even if they're not into 3D printing, maybe they'll want to see some idiot rebuild 3D printers. Who knows? We're getting close to the sub goal of 1,200 people. As a matter of fact, before I end the stream, let's take a little peek-see here and see where we're at exactly. Let's go into the studio. We're at 1185, so we've only got 15 more to go, and by 15 I mean 16, because Thorpe likes to unsubscribe every time I get close to a number I want to get to, and then he stays unsubscribed until I pass it, and then he comes back again. So Thorpe, if you're still here floating around somewhere, buddy, I need 16 more people. So we're getting close, though. We'll get there. 1,200, there's nothing special planned. Like I said, it's just a number I want to hit. So if you guys could help me out, spread the love, tell some people about it, it'd be greatly appreciated. I've been going through some of the old videos and cutting them up into shorts and linking them back. So I'm getting smarter. I'm learning how to do stuff. So now we're cutting up shorts out of the live streams. Took the Death Racer, or not the Death Racer, the Drag Racers from Rocky Mountain, where that first race, the car took out my phone. I clipped that little part and then tagged it back to the original video, which is getting to be cool. It's fun playing around with the channel more now and getting things out there and making shorts. Like I made a short about shorts. So, yeah. Maybe I'll find something that was interesting in this video and I'll clip that and turn it into a short as well. Who knows? But if you guys could, spread the love. Greatly appreciated. It is now over 2 hours. I'm 2 hours and 15 minutes into a stream. So I do thank you guys. Don't forget, tomorrow, Jerry will be doing his stream. I believe it's 1 o'clock. Was it Pacific time? Or is it East Coast time? What? Jerry, throw the info in there real quick before I wrap this thing up. But don't forget to go follow, like, subscribe, all that fun jazz. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all down below. If somebody wants to send some cash to help me out, greatly appreciated. Stephen Poole, I didn't even know you were hiding in the wings, man. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to check my phone real quick while I wait for Jerry. There you go, 12 o'clock Pacific time. So 12 o'clock Pacific time will be Jerry's Maker Hangout. Everybody go over there and check out the Jerry Show. But that being said, guys, usual routine. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail. Happy 3D printing and all the things. And we're going to continue to make older printers gooder. Bye, guys. See you later.